Okay, America on YouTube. I need to ask all y'all a favor because if we can get this done, then this is gonna change a lot of people's lives. Um, at least for minors, okay? I'm trying to advocate for this one little girl that I took care of, but yes, at the same time, it changed my life. But I mean, everything changed about it. But due to her dad doing what he did, um, it changed the way I had to deal with things because now I'm an adult, not a child when it happened to me. Okay, so I'm asking all of you guys to call your mayor or your senator of your town and state and ask them that because I started it here in Muskogee, Oklahoma. I called the mayor and asked them about that, and I told them if that's when and I also made a live post on Facebook in one of my Muskogee groups. But now I'm asking YouTube world because this is a lot of people. There needs to be a no statute of limitations on any type of sexual act against a minor, whether it's lewd acts, it's pornography, or full blown rape. There has to be no statute of limitations on that, and because sometimes the kid can't remember, sometimes the adult, uh, maybe it happens to an adult. The trauma alone makes them want to wait, um, or not say anything at all. But with me, I knew what was going on. Like I said, the kids were taken out of the home. He acted like nothing was wrong after that. Literally, the kids were his stressor. He could not have them around. He was going. Literally, he showed what he was going to do to those kids. Um, so I just, yeah, I'm asking for no statute of limitations on this for any child, any type. And in my eyes, it should be done when it comes to child abuse too. Okay, because of the fact child abuse is a form of mental also, but it's what the mental does to you as a child, especially for in the first 5 years. That's when we're sponges, but some of us are more sponges, even for everyday of life, even if it grows up into an adult. I'm sorry, but it does. That's me. Um, but uh, and, everybody says that's just a Gemini. I don't think so. But anyhow, on that, uh, because of the no statute of limitations, we could actually get and change these lives at a very younger age if it does happen to a younger child, um, all the way up to at least possibly 18, because by then they know right from wrong. The school teaches a lot of things about stuff like that. Okay, but they could actually go and have um, victims of these things come and actually talk about it. And if they have gone through the therapy, it doesn't matter. But the pain is always going to be there, so there's going to be emotions behind it, and that's what they need at a younger age here, because this is what they're going to grow up into, possibly get in with something like this, and so we can teach them at a very start at a very young age. But not so much in depth, but start, basically general idea, then go at an older age into more depth, but with the victims, because that's going to be, in my eyes, a little bit more helpful, because there's, but you have to keep it in a G-rated, like, because you can't cuss in school, you can't, threaten to kill them or anything like that, no. But just tell them there's a lot of rage there, and that can cause a lot of things, and a lot of people, if they act on it, can go to this. That's a teaching lesson. It's just how it's worded. That's what I'm trying to say here. This all can be taught a lesson to the world through teaching of schools. Basically, it's kind of health class, okay? Um, and but yet, that's where I'm saying these laws can be changed just a tad bit. School curriculum can be changed just a tad bit on this, but no big deal on it. and at the same time, get the statute of limitation taken out of the way, because the the long term effect of all the abuse is always going to be there. Um, that person is taken out of the picture to where they know they're behind bars, they're never getting out, possibly for however long, and then by that time, it's a mental thing. They don't even think about them getting out anymore after that, because they've done all the work, they've done all the heartache, gone through the rage, gone on through all the screaming and yelling, and then you know they're okay to live out on their own, live out with people, get used to people, talking to people again, get used to people yelling and screaming around you again, even though that's everywhere. That's just chaos, idiism at its finest. So, um, like I asked, just please call your mayor or your senator. I think the senator may actually be better, so that way he can actually represent. I mean, the like to the House of Senators, House of the Representatives, just a bill to start doing that, because I think it needs to be crucial right now. Hmm. So, because this man said he read The Boy Called It, or he may have lied about it, but he knew too many details about that book. And I'm like, well, did you hear about this? Going off of so many details he went, I'm like, there's no way he didn't read it. He had to have been. So I read that when I was 17. It took me a lot to get through it, but I realized there's way more worse than what I went through. And for that woman, there should have been no statute of limitations. She should have been thrown into jail for life, or if not, on death row in my eyes. But that's besides the point. And then there's another part two of that. The man called David, I think, or Dave. Um, forget, but it's a really good series to be taught, because that's more of the actual abuse. I haven't found really a good book like for sexual abuse or trauma or whatever. But please just do this for me, and do this for anybody that you know has gone through it and is living to every day surviving from this, or from what they've gone through. Please and thank you. Have a great day and be safe, you all, because this world is chaotic on its own before we have to, be there too.